What's up mga kati? This is your Tsaastrologer Gemini na si Bern.
This is your Tsaastrologer na Scorpio na si Nikki.
This is your Tsaastrologer na Sagittarius na si Inye.
And this is your Tsaastrologer na Virgo na si VP. And welcome to
Tsaastrology, the podcast.
This is the show where we talk about anything and everything under the sun, moon, and stars. So, whatever your zodiac sign is, we'll talk about you when the time comes. Kung kailan yon, ang universe lang ang nakakaalam.
Mabuhay! Welcome to another episode of Tsaastrology, the podcast. And this season, we're talking about the major arcana of the Tarot. And you have me, your host, Tsaastrologer Gemini na si Bern.
And this is your Tsaastrologer na Scorpio na si Nikki.
And this is your astrologer na Virgo na si VP. And on this episode, we are going to discuss the Hermit and
The crab.
the crab.
Hermit crab, love it.
Inano mo kasi, in-ingrain mo sa brain ko.
Wala na, oo. Subliminal messaging.
Oo, gano'n. So kung nagkamali man ako, kung may typo man yung cover art nito, kasalanan ni Bern.
Bird's fault.
Oo. But we're gonna talk about the Hermit and the Wheel of Fortune. So sino ba mga taga-kwento natin this episode? That's me.
Yes.
And
Diba laro yun? Like game show yun. Let's
Yung ano?
play Wheel of Fortune!
oo, yun nga
Wheel of
yun.
misfortune.
In
Oh
the
my
case
God,
of
may
the tarot.
eyebags.
Oo.
She is packing. Ganun.
Yes.
Para pag tinanong ka ni Michelle Visage, what's siya packing? Eye bags.
Puffy eyes. Oh my God.
Diba? Ayun. Anyway, sige. So ito nga ang pag-uusapan natin yung tarot ng Hermit and Wheel of Fortune. So sa akin yung Hermit, kay Nikki yung Wheel of Fortune, magpapalaro siya mamaya ng ano.
Roleta.
Oo.
Kung
wait.
Kapalaran.
Kung napapansin nyo, tatlo lang kami today. That is because nung nire-record namin, tutulog na si Inye.
Ako din, patulog na. That explains why my eyes are puffy. Kasi
Oo.
natulog na ako.
Nap ka
Nakatulog
na.
na si Nikki eh.
Tama.
Buti nag-change siya. Kundi
Oo.
yung wing namin to ni VP pareho.
Totoo. Like, na lang. Pero yun, Inye, I hope you're having a good night's sleep, ano? Ikaw na bahala sumalo sa iba nating gagawin for this podcast kasi tinulugan mo kami.
Inye ka gagawa ng copy ng episode na to.
Oo.
Bahala.
Paano yung kailangan ko na ma-post to? So,
Oo.
bahala na kung ano pwede natin utos sa kanya. Anyway, sige, start ko na with the Hermit. So, itong kwentong ko to, nakuha ko siya from the usual Labyrinthos, Tarot, and may bago kong source, si Eclectic.
Eclectic.
Oo, like AE. Is that supposed to be like a schwa-e? Eclectic. How do you start with a schwa-e sound? Schwa-eclectic? Schwa-eclectic.
Kailangan walang stress.
Eclectic.
Oo,
I
eclectic.
mean, if it's a
Ganun.
schwa, wala siyang stress. So, maglagay ka ng pepino sa mata,
Oo,
maglagay
tas
ka ng face mask.
Self-care.
filean mo ng leave, gano'n.
Oo, disconnect
Oo.
from socials, ganyan.
Yeah.
Para wala siyang stress.
Oo, but speaking of disconnect and walang stress, actually, yun yung theme ni The Hermit. Diba? So, ito yung story niya sa tarot na actually si The Fool to. So, after a long and busy lifetime building, creating, loving, hating, fighting, compromising, si The Fool felt a profound need to retreat. Take note, sabi, profound need to retreat. So, hindi to basta-basta, I wanna go to the beach because I'm stressed. Ganon.
beach.
Oo. Sa kanya, this is very, tawag dito, kinakailangan na talaga niya.
Malalim.
So,
Pagod na
oo,
siya.
malalim na. Parang yung
Burnout na
pagod
to.
niya, ubos na. O, hindi lang burnout, more like burned down na siya.
Oo.
Oo. So,
Naisip ko yun. Pag burnout. Burnout.
Ay, yun. Siya yung
ayan,
nawala.
umalis si Bern, gano'n.
Burn
Literal.
out.
Burn
Ayan.
down.
So, bumaba si Bern.
Oo.
Ba't ang
Dapa.
Buisit.
sabog natin? Oo. Ayan, so, ayun. So, after feeling that need to retreat, he found a rustic home deep within the woods where he would hide to read, to clean, to rest, to think, ganon. But every night, he heads out to travel across the landscape and he carries only a staff and a lantern. So, kumbaga iniiwan niya lahat dun sa bahay. Yun lang. Bakit?
Si Mother Gothel sa Tangled.
Ay,
Baka
Oo,
siya
oo.
yun.
ganon.
Baka siya to.
Tapos
Baka.
iaakyat niya kay Rapunzel.
Oo.
Oo.
Oh my God.
Actually, so imagine that. That could be the hermit. So it's during these restless walks from dusk till dawn, peering at and examining whatever takes his fancy, that he sees things he's missed during his lifetime. So his lantern illuminates animals and insects that only comes at night, flowers and plant that only bloom by moon or starlight. So kumbaga
Mm.
he spent kasi most of his days traveling, journeying, and 'di ba?
In the day.
Oo. So at night he would rest. But now na parang napagod siya, he would rest and retreat. Sa gabi, pag lumalabas siya ngayon, nakikita niya yung mga things na he missed, 'di ba? Yung mga hindi niya na witness dahil tulog siya. Heard that in ye,
Ganda.
'di ba? That's best segue I've done this entire show. So, yun nga. So, parang, eto, na-appreciate na niya ngayon yung things that he's missed because he was asleep or he was resting. So, as these secret corners of the world are illuminated and explored by him, he feels that he is also illuminating hidden areas of his mind. In a way, he has become the fool again. As in the beginning, and he goes wherever inspiration leads him. Back then, however, his staff rested on his shoulder. Kasi dala niya nga yung, ano niya, yung pack niya, di ba?
Yung sack, oo.
Oo.
Tiny sack.
His tiny sack.
Chinese.
Tiny
Because
sack.
even if it was the daytime, medyo malamig nun. But now, na hindi na niya dala yung sack niya dahil nga iniiwan na niya dun sa resting place niya, he now carries his staff forward. So parang harap na.
Cane.
Oo.
Oo.
Ganun. And it carries not a pack but a lantern. So it guides his way. So he's not carrying what he has anymore, but he's carrying what leads him forward. So the hermit daw, like the lantern, illuminated from within by all he is, capable of penetrating the darkness. So ito na yung illumination era ni ni The
Ni Fool.
Fool.
The Fool.
Oo.
Oo. In
Buti pa
fairness,
si Darkness na penetrate.
Magro-roller na lang ako ng mukha.
I would like to agree.
Magro-roller na lang ako ng mukha.
Ay,
Ay.
buti pa
Okay.
nga ang darkness. Sana naging darkness na lang ako.
Oh, no!
Diba?
Oh.
Yeah. So, yun yung kwento niya sa tarot. In fairness, it kind of makes sense, no? Picking up from where we were last time, si Chariot and Strength, parang
Mm.
ang dami niyang pinagdaanan and it's very,
Moving
Exhausting.
forward lahat.
oo, lahat moving forward, lahat laban mo yan, ganon. This time, it's all about rest and retreat. So, fast facts.
Pagod.
Totoo, be. Feeling ko naman lahat tayo napapagod. Or kailangan natin ng reminder for retreat, which is ironic kasi yun nga, fast facts nito, card number niya is 9 at ang zodiac association niya ay Virgo.
Alam ko kung bakit.
Diba?
I need this.
Oo. We
This
need
is a,
rest.
you need this.
Oo.
This is a constant reminder.
Na parang kailangan mo rin mag-retreat.
Magpatattoo ka nga nito.
Yun nga, balak ko nga, pero yung lamp lang.
Ay, nice.
Yung lamp lang, tapos may shade lang siya na naka-forward. So, it's still the hermit. Yan. Anyway, to continue, the hermit depicts an old man standing alone at the peak of a mountain while holding a lantern in one of his hands and a staff on the other. The mountain denotes accomplishment, development, and success. And the Hermit Tarot card refers to the level of spiritual knowledge that he attained and that he is ready to impart that knowledge to everyone. There is also a deep commitment, and he has his goal with a solid awareness of the path that he is taking. Inside the lantern, you will notice a star with 6 points, which is also known as the seal of Solomon. So this symbol represents wisdom. The staff he holds depicts authority and power. Yon. So, kung titignan yung mabuti, do you have your cards with you? Ako kasi wala eh. Hindi
I
ko siya
don't.
mahanap.
Nasa room
Ito,
siya.
teka.
Oo. But
Ayan.
ayun, sa card, yan, may kita niyo yung Seal of Solomon nga, yung 6-point star na yun yung light inside his lantern. So, kumbaga, um, tulad nung sinabi natin kanina, he's like the fool, pero this time, he has his wisdom to guide him forward. So, ayun.
Mm.
Diba? Yan. So, medyo medyo may idea na ata tayo kung ano talaga ibig sabihin ng The Hermit. But yung upright keywords ni The Hermit ay self-reflection, introspection, contemplation, withdrawal, solitude, and search for self. So, ito talaga yung no? Ito yung parang, I need to find myself, I need to find meaning in life, my purpose, ganon. Ayan,
It's
Oo.
nakikita nyo.
it's not
Sa,
you, it's me.
oo, it's really me, ganon.
Ay, nagbablur.
So,
Bakit? Hello?
it's really about parang looking deep within yourself and finding meaning, finding your purpose. So, pag lumabas to sa spread ninyo, actually I take this as a very serious card. Para
Yeah.
no, medyo mabigat
Very
siya.
ano ta. Very it's not a suggestion. It's
Oo.
Parang
you need to
command.
do it.
Oo.
Yeah. Na parang
Like pumirmi ka dyan.
oo, or
Pag nilay-nilayan mo yung mga choices
Mm-mm.
mo at
oo. Kasi parang baka you're moving forward pero nakakalimutan mo why you did that in the first place.
yes.
So, may
Yes.
ganun. So, ang upright meaning niya, pag lumabas nga siya, is that a lonely wanderer in the path of night, he searches for that which can only be gained with long periods of solitude. That's the inner voice. So to hear it, he must disconnect from the crowds whose voices and desires threaten to overcome his own. He walks through the dark night of his unconscious, guided only by the low light of the northern star, which his destination being his home, his self. So you are currently contemplating that you need to be alone. Never be afraid to take this chance to reflect, as it could help you clear your mind of all the clutter that comes with everyday life. The hermit may also refer to your effort in taking action that is authentic and aligned with your true self. You are perhaps searching your inner soul for guidance on what is right and where your next steps are to be. O yun. So, ngayon nga parang pag-isip-isipan mo yung mga pinagagawa mo, girl. Kasi
True.
'di ba? It's not saying na that's not it. It's saying na may medyo napapariwara ka. Pariwara talaga the word, no?
Oo.
Oo. may may ganun siyang take. So,
Have you
oh,
ever done that in your life? Like
mapariwara?
gaga hindi. I mean you're doing it right now so okay lang.
Well,
Oh!
I mean I mean yung like actually taking a step back, taking some time to think
mm,
about things in your life. Parang ganun. As in, like, have you ever done that? Yung as in talagang nagmuni-muni,
mm.
nagtika, ano pa ba mga terms doon? Ganon. Like you took a
Ah,
break.
ako, I did, pero that happened. Like, it wasn't a big, long phase or anything. It really
It
was
was
parang,
30 minutes.
oo, it was like, I got the wake-up call and like, okay, so,
30 minutes
how do
lang.
we move forward? Ganon. Tas,
After lunch. Oo. 30 minutes
oo,
after lunch.
As a Virgo. No?
di ba?
Mm-mm. May
Ano yan,
schedule.
sabi sa Google Calendar ko 30 minutes lang daw ako pwede magmuni-muni. So sige. Charot. Hindi. It took me a couple of days naman, like, or weeks even nga. Na parang, this was a time when I was really trying to explore my creative self. Ang dami kong gustong ibang endeavors. But then, parang, it felt like wala akong anchor. Walang
Mm.
nag-ground sa akin. So, inisip ko, like, what do I need so I can be grounded but still be able to do what I like doing? Ganon. So, eventually naman, natulungan naman niya ako. Yeah, I found my ground, I found my anchor, and ngayon, di ba, nagagawa ko pa rin naman yung mga gusto ko. I mean, we're still doing Tsaastrology, the podcast,
True.
right?
Kaya ako natanong kasi I'm trying to think if I've
If you've
ever
done
done that
this.
in my life.
Mm,
Yung tipong as in, step back from the whole, uh, ang tawag dito,
ano,
yung bilis ng life.
oo.
And
Have
then
you
just,
never had a quarter life crisis? Because I
I
have. That's
think,
when that
I,
happened.
I think, assuming that I'm gonna live until 100, so,
Oo. Kasi hindi, kasi kapag sinabi mong 60, din quarter life crisis ka, 15, gano'n, girl.
tsaka, oh, diba? Tsaka pang ilang quarter ba? Third quarter, ganyan.
First quarter life crisis,
So
25.
may tatlo ka pang
Gano'n.
may dalawa
Ni-
pa.
Hmm.
I think it wasn't really around that time. Maybe or I was I mean not exactly on the 25th. Like siguro
Oo.
around that time and more ano na yun eh, more Saturn return ko na siya kasi magto-30 na ako that time. So, 'di ba? Maybe I just did because I'm just 35.
Pwede.
Pwede,
Pero midlife
oo.
na yan, hindi na quarter.
Grabe ka naman. Assuming nga that I'm gonna live up until 100. So, hindi pa siya midlife. Malayo pa
Okay,
tayo.
sige. Kasi for me, like average 70, gano'n. Parang ako pag umabot ako ng 70, I'd be like, this is good. This is like
Oo,
anytime.
may
Like,
bonus ka na.
I just
Oo.
I just wanna call it life crisis kasi nga hindi mo naman alam kung hanggang
Kailan
kailan
ka
ka mabubuhay, 'di ba?
masisikpan. Oo.
Sa bagay. Pero kasi yung life crisis for me, that's everyday.
Exactly.
Oo,
Yeah. That's
during
why I
this
think I
pandemic
never
lalo. Oo.
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 Oh my God, nung nag-start yung 2020. That's why I think I've never gotten out of that. Pero ewan ko, I need to step back and think if I have ever experienced
Oo.
that
Ikaw,
moment.
Nikki, have you ever parang took a step back?
Oo
Yung
naman.
talagang
I think,
nag-reassess ka ng buhay mo. Ganun.
Mm.
oo. Feeling ko talaga yung Saturn return ko yun eh.
Di ba, no? Oo.
Oo. Grabe yung trahedya kasi.
Sa bagay. Ako rin kahapon.
Actually.
Kahapon?
Kahapon agad. Oo.
Kahapon lang.
Oo.
Bilang life crisis naman to. It's
Well,
ongoing.
Live
every
crisis. It's a live
Live,
crisis. Oo.
happening now, gano'n.
Oo. Lumabas
happening
na ba yun sa
live,
ano? Sa mga
nag-uulat sa
spread mo?
krisis.
Oo. But yun, actually, speaking of crisis, pag lumabas nga daw si Hermit sa'yo na in reverse, yun yung crisis mode na yung self mo.
Oh my
Because
God.
parang the Hermit when reverse means loneliness, isolation, recluse, rejection, parang being antisocial, refusing to return to society. So, ito
I
yung
mean,
parang
I
your
get him.
Oo. I mean, come on. If this is the society we're living with,
I get,
then
yeah.
naman, diba? At times, oo. But then, yun nga, it can be problematic kasi when it appears to you in reverse, you are perhaps in a situation where you'd like to be alone and there's nothing wrong with that. But merong possibility that your seclusion is becoming harmful to both yourself and others. So, yun na nga.
Kumbaga, it's no longer healthy. Kumbaga,
Oo.
parang, I
Parang
mean,
you're cutting your ties with the world na.
exactly.
Mm-mm.
Okay.
So, parang going inward may lead to madness and the abyss, for the unconscious is filled with images that you may not yet understand. So, like, 'di ba? May point naman 'to eh.
Why did, why did it sound like a promo for a Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness?
Oo,
Madness of,
actually.
abyss of madness.
Kakalabas
Medyo
lang ng
gano'n.
trailer eh. So,
Oo, nandun tayo sa feels na 'yun. So, you must learn daw to balance your need for truth with connection to your fellow human. So yun nga, parang pag lumabas siya in reverse, parang warning sign na siya na, huy, masyado ka na nagsosolo, ganon.
Oo.
Hmm.
Nagiging antisocial ka na ng tuluyan.
Oo.
Taga ano, oo, ano tawag dito, may flashing red lights na si
Mm.
universe sa'yo.
Mm-mm.
Oo. Although ako, like, I wouldn't want to blame other people din naman for wanting to, like, remove themselves from society. But then, yun nga, there can be an extreme point minsan na hindi na siya healthy for you.
Oo.
There
'Di
Tapos
ba?
hindi ka
is.
na natutulungan ng ibang tao.
Yeah.
Oo. I think yun na parang nawawala na din yung chances na matulungan ka ng ibang tao or like for other
Mm.
people to get to you and reach
Mm.
you.
Correct, oo.
Oo.
'Di ba nga sabi nga nila, "No man is a continent." Charot.
Except for Australia
Because it's a country and a
and a
continent.
continent.
No, hindi. Except for
Kasi,
America.
because,
Si America Ferrera.
Ano?
She is a continent.
well,
I don't make sense. It's 9 p.m. when we're recording this.
lahat kami sabog. So,
Ah,
siguro
Oo.
next time na, I mean, not sabog in an illegal way ha, like just sabaw.
for
I would
legal
like to
purposes,
clarify.
we're not that.
Oo, that, that.
I have a term
Um,
for this sa work.
ano?
Lagi yung sinasabi pag time. Bawa kamusta na. Kamusta ka na? Eto, tinolan na.
Okay.
Sabaw na
Soup.
ako.
Sabaw.
Oo.
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 Yun, ano, basta sabaw na kami at this point. So, maybe next time, no, kapag magre-record tayo out of the blue, tas medyo pagod-pagod yung state of mind natin, gawin nating ASMR podcast yun sa astrology.
Ay, oo.
Para
Para
ano,
Ihilik lang
sabay-sabay
ako.
tayong matulog. Pati mga listeners. Oo.
diba?
Maganda yan.
Brand new coffee content. Panoorin nyo kaming matulog.
Yeah. If that's not creepy, I don't know what is.
Oo, grabe.
But sige, ituloy ko na. So, yun yung general meaning ni Hermit. So kapag
Reversed.
lumabas siya, upright or reversed, alam mo na yung ibig sabihin. But
Mhm.
when you're looking for a love reading, syempre, magkaiba din yung medyo may ibang context siya ng konti. But ito yung sinasabi. So pag lumabas si Hermit sa'yo in a love reading, upright, it says na it requires all of us to truly know ourselves, our needs, our fears, and our insecurities. So, this can signal that we may need some time alone in order to develop some insight about ourselves before forming a strong romantic relationship with another person. Yun. So, ito yung mga hindi mo kasi kilala yung sarili mo, so you don't know what you want. So, 'di ba, mas mahihirapan yung other person to love you, which is true.
Naku, maraming ganyan,
Ah,
di.
oo eh.
Kailangan mag-reflect muna before committing or entering a relationship because it's kalat.
Totoo. And not just kalat, but like you'll end up hurting yourself and other people
Mm-mm.
along the way, 'di ba?
Babalik ka
Agree.
lang ng babalik sa point na mapapaisip ka kung ano bang talaga yung gusto mo. Paulit-ulit ka lang din.
Mm. 'Di
Yeah,
ba?
okay. I think I've experienced that moment.
Mm.
Especially when you mentioned that. Ito yung yung tawag dito, yung nag-break kami nung Sagittarius ex ko.
Mm.
Doon ako whoo,
Self-reflection.
let's
Oo.
reflect. What is wrong? Why are you being like this? Why are you being like this on
Mm.
myself?
Oh my God.
Dear
Nasasalamin ako,
Malasa
why
me.
are you
towards
being like
you.
this?
Oo. Pero may point eh kasi o nga naman, how can you like yung mga sinasabi natin sa mga past episodes, 'di ba? How can you fill your jug? How can you fill the jug of others when you don't fill your jug yet? 'Di
First.
ba?
Or
Yes.
Oo, naalala ko yung jug of life natin with Jim and Sab
true.
na
Yes, the jug
oo.
of life. Pero
So
yeah, yun talaga.
oo
Parang
'no.
it's always ikaw muna ang mapuno and then yung excess is the one that you could give away.
Share.
Oo.
Oo.
So
Para kung mawala man yon,
Hindi
puno
ka
ka pa rin.
mauubusan.
'Di ba?
mm. So parang yun nga sabi din dito, both of you may want to think about what you expect out of a relationship and what
Yeah.
can make you happier.
Importante
Oh.
yan, yung expectations sa
Oo.
relationship. My
Actually,
gosh.
kasi parang sabihin na natin na expectations only bring about disappointment,
Disappoint.
no? But at
Hindi, ang
times
hirap kasi,
kasi
oo.
when your expectations are realistic, then that's okay. That's what you should talk about.
True.
Oo. Parang what
Parang ang
they
hirap
mean
na
by
ano,
I'll
ang
go.
hirap when you get into a relationship not knowing what you want.
Oo.
Kasi
Mm.
Ano yung
ang
boundaries nyo?
yeah, that is a yeah. And another one is you just probably break up with this person because 'di ba hindi mo kasi wala you didn't feel satisfied eh, 'di ba? Kasi hindi
Yeah.
mo naman
Oo.
alam kung ano yung nakaka-satisfy sa'yo. So like you're looking and looking and looking elsewhere. Ganyan. Ito
Mm.
yun yung lumalabas yung mga nag-cheat sa relationship, ganyan.
Yeah.
Oo.
Or
Uy,
not
sakto. Oo.
mm,
Sakto nga si Hermit. Mag, ano
'di
ka,
ba?
ano ba,
Mm.
pag-isipan mo, gusto mo ba ituloy yung relationship mo or are you going to cheat? Parang ganun na lang.
Oo, parang gano'n
Pagka
eh.
lumabas siya. Mm-mm.
Parang are you gonna do the worst? Or are you gonna
Mm-mm.
do your worst? Or pag-iusapan at pag-iisipan niyo 'tong mabuti, 'di ba?
Yeah.
So,
Pansin
'yun
niyo
'pag
seryoso
Bakit?
'tong ano, eh.
sobra seryoso
Bakit?
'tong episode na 'to. Oo,
Actually,
lalo
when
na
when
Seryoso yun.
actually when the hermit comes up at your reading, seryoso na talaga 'to, girl.
mm.
Seryoso 'to.
Ito yung
I'm not
malaking sampal.
suggesting. Oo, I'm not
Yes.
suggesting. I'm telling you. Ganyan.
Oo,
Oo.
that you're gonna love me. Charot.
And you, and you, and you.
'Di ba? 'Yun, but eto 'pag lumabas siya ng love naman na reverse, actually mas serious pa 'to, but in a more
Ew.
positive sense. So, you would want, a more, parang you would want a reversed hermit on your love reading more than an upright hermit. Bakit?
Talaga? Bakit?
Oo, kasi apparently, even if the reversed hermit in a tarot love can mean a period of loneliness, and this is one that is being forced on you instead of one that you are initiating yourself, this can be the time for you to parang help yourself concentrate on your own goals and clarify what it is you want from a partner and from life. Yun. So,
Oh.
parang rather than setting expectations against another person and inaalam niyo kung ano yung gusto niyo para mapasaya isa't isa, eto parang wala kang other person. But take that time, parang use that to your advantage, gano'n.
Okay.
Ah,
Basically 'pag
okay.
lumabas 'to, sinasabi niya na single ka at deserve mo, gano'n.
Ay! Yun na nga.
Oo, deserve, ganyan.
Oo.
Deserve.
Oo. Pero yun nga daw, use it as a time to reflect on what you want from a partner and from life. So, now is
Ito
the
na
time.
yon.
Oo, parang eto na, examine mo na yung
Like,
dynamics na hinahanap mo and whether you can extend the hand. So whether you can take on another person in your life.
Oo.
I was not talking about fisting, Burn. Okay, don't.
I'm not even talking about fisting.
I thought you went there, kaya ka tumawa. Kasi we were
Ano
talking about lending a
nangyari?
hand.
Extending a hand.
There are other ways to lend your hand.
Hand, oo.
But they're not something to laugh about.
Bakit ka napunta sa fist?
Kasi tumawa ka.
I mean, what do we expect from you?
Diba?
Should we expect less from you? Or
Alam nyo, if that's your kink, okay lang.
I mean, we're
Diba?
not kink shaming.
No
We're
kink
not
shaming here.
shaming. I'm just wala lang,
Just,
natatawa lang ako.
now you know that there's a safer way of saying na pag tinanong ka, what's your kink? My kink is extending hands.
Like extend. Like when you do it like this and
Like,
then this.
and then a hand. And you can even open up your hand. So like,
Close open, ganyan.
oo, diba?
Ano burn? Ano na?
That is the sweetest thing you could tell someone whose fetish is fisting. My
Oh.
hands are yours.
You can have the entire arm if you want.
I
Anyway,
guess.
moving on.
Anyway, ayun na nga. So,
This is not a Tsaastrology episode kung walang ganong klaseng kalat.
Oo, pagka hindi
actually,
napunta doon.
Oo, unless na lang sponsored episode siya. So, kailangan namin mag-behave.
mag-behave.
Oo. Kasi baka hindi na kami bigyan ng sponsor.
Oo.
Oo.
Oh my
So,
God.
ayun. So anyway, ito tutuloy ko na. Sa career naman daw, when the Hermit comes out in your career reading and it's upright, it's saying that you may be spending some much needed time thinking about what you want out of your career right now. So you may feel as though the path that you are treading at the moment is not really working for you, or that there's something that you're not para not fulfilling. So you're trying to understand what kind of work would give you joy on all levels. So,
Ooh.
maging
Mm,
QC resident ka para ma-experience mo si Joy on
totoo.
all
On all
levels.
levels, diba?
Oo, 'di ba?
Yes.
Mapa
I love
ano 'yan,
her.
COVID restriction level 1, 2, 3, 4. Joy is always there. Gano'n.
Yes.
Ito na naman tayo kay Mayor.
Oo.
Pero, yun. So, what kind of work would give you joy on all levels? If you've been pursuing a career that's purely for money or financial stability, these qualifications may not be enough for you anymore. So, you
Mm,
may be looking for a purpose or at least something that gets you closer to who you want to be. Yun. So, ayun nga,
Hindi
parang,
lang pera.
mm kasi
kumbaga
parang
parang
aminin
hindi na
natin,
siya ano eh, hindi siya satisfying sa'yo. Hindi na siya goal. Parang gano'n.
oo.
Oo.
Aminin naman natin na merong 'di ba, may mga tao na talagang okay na sa kanila yung work nila as long as as they earn money. But
Mm,
because to be honest, like some people, kunwari, I've also been there in that situation where you can't afford to be choosy,
mm.
Oo.
'di ba?
Totoo yan.
So, do'n ka na sa trabaho na meron ka,
Na
at least.
may makukuha ka at least every month,
Oo,
May
'di ba?
mabubuhay ka.
Oo,
oo.
for every day.
And that happens, eh. Sometimes we get to that point in our lives din minsan. So, 'pag lumabas 'to sa career reading mo, maybe yun nga, it's saying na kahit na gano'n, maybe you
Hindi na
find
siya enough.
yourself, oo, so you find yourself parang a way to afford looking for purpose.
Mm-mm.
Oo. Grabe ang from fisting to this?
I know,
Oo.
right? To career
Seryoso yan si
career
Hermit.
advice, charot.
Oo,
Oo.
ang seryoso, eh. But 'pag reverse naman siya, the reverse hermit can signal coming out of a period of contemplation, meaning napag-isipan mo na. So you may be
Mm,
ready and, this time with a clear understanding of what you want in terms of your career. So you can realign, you can look for a new job, you can network to find mentors or mentees or teammates or other more socially related aspects of developing your career. So parang ito na yung get out there, be the star, ganon,
Oo.
mm.
Ay,
'di
okay.
ba?
Parang mas maganda yung reverse nga ni ano,
Ang
ni Hermit.
ang
Ni
ganda nung
hermit,
reversed hermit sa career. Actually sa
oo.
love din.
Oo, 'di ba? So, ito sinasabi niya na, okay, tapos ka na mag-contemplate. Nahanap mo na yung, or you being a hermit has served its purpose.
Oo.
Madaming plate
Gano'n.
ka na.
Huh?
Ha?
Hindi ka na contemplate, madami na siya.
Si,
Madaming plate.
ano, tagahugas ng pinggan. Dishwasher. Daming
So
plate ha,
immature.
dishwasher.
Contemplate.
Oo, sige.
Madaming plate.
Mm.
How did we get to this?
Si Bern.
It's always
Gemini.
me.
Oo, Gemini.
That's true.
Honey, I am the rabbit hole.
Oo.
Kaya hindi lang ako makasabay though kasi ako yung nagkikwento. So like it's hard to look for ano, 'di ba?
Oo.
Sa sarili mong material. Mamaya sabayan kita, Burn.
Ay, oh, malala kasi yung Wheel of Fortune eh.
Totoo.
Medyo
Oh my
malala din
God,
siya.
yes. Okay, sige, game.
Ayan. So, yun lang naman yung meaning niya in the verse. So, it could mean something else minsan na you're considering extending your period of solitude, or parang you're choosing to avoid working with others altogether. But um this only signals nga daw that transition of you now finding your purpose. So tapos na yung introspection mo. It's application na ngayon. And then
True.
lastly, for finances, ito maikli lang siya. Pag lumabas ah, si tawag dito, si
Si
Hermit,
Hermit.
Hermit.
oo,
Upright.
si Hermit Tesoro. Sa your financial reading na upright, you may be coming to the realization that money doesn't bring you happiness right now. And this may be a time with less focus on material things and more focus on trying to understand where you can truly find fulfillment. So parang hindi mahabol ang pera ngayon.
Ay.
Or more like, hindi na siya, ano eh. It's not enough to make you feel,
Alive.
satisfied,
Oo.
Mm.
fulfilled. Na, okay, may
Oo.
pera ako, and then what?
Yeah,
Diba?
gano'n.
What do
Parang
I do with this? Oo.
similar to the career point kanina na parang hindi na enough na sumisweldo ka ng
Nag-earn.
malaki.
Mm-mm.
Mm.
Oo. Eto hindi na enough na may pera ka.
Oo, kailangan mo na ng parang sort of meaning,
Oo.
kumbaga.
Ay, alam mo ang meaning lang talaga nito ay ibigay niyo sa'min yung pera niyo. If it
Correct.
doesn't bring
Yes,
you
that's
joy
the
anymore.
meaning. Oo.
Oo, 'di ba?
Pag hindi na kayo masaya sa pera niyo, ibigay niyo sa
Ibigay niyo
amin.
sa'min.
Basahan
We'll
namin kayo,
gladly
hearts.
take it
Why
off
not?
your
Oo.
hands,
True.
Off your bank accounts.
off your bank
Oo.
accounts, your
Oo.
GCash, whatever, ganyan.
Whatever. Your offshore account, whatever.
Oo.
Marcos!
May Swiss bank. Ganyan.
Mm. If and
I
when,
Diba?
wish.
'di ba? And
Oo.
it
I
doesn't bring you
wish.
fulfillment and happiness anymore, I would gladly take it.
Diba? Babalik natin yan sa kaba ng bayan. Anyway.
Oo. Anyway, pag reverse naman si Hermit sa'yo sa finances mo, that means you may be ready to look for advice from outside sources. Ideally, you have come out of a period of contemplation. Similar kay career kanina. Tapos ka na
Mm-mm.
mag-isip-isip, magmuni-muni. So alam mo na ngayon what material security and money means to you, and now you're putting those insights to use. So
Mm.
parang gastusin mo na yung pera mo. Alam mo na kung para saan yan. Like
Or
you
like,
know,
like, when you make shit.
when you
Purchases.
make gastos,
Ay,
I thought I
nahawa
was
ka kay VP, ano? Nahawa
yan
ka
nga
kay VP,
I thought I was the konyo one around here.
Okay,
Back
now
to
I
you.
understand Konyo people. Like, the code switching is
Makes you do
so
that.
Easier eh.
sudden.
Oo.
Oo, kasi
Oo.
I was about to, ang gusto kong sabihin is spend. Pero
Mm.
nasa
Make
isip ko pa rin is gastos. So, I
Same.
can't say
Oo.
make spend.
Oo.
Oo.
Make
Diba?
gastos. So, yun. So, parang yun. Parang alam mo na kapag ginastos mo tong pera mo, may meaning kasi siya. May ibig sabihin na siya ngayon. Na parang, okay,
Mm.
I spent it for this because this is my life insurance. Parang gano'n.
Oo. Or this brings me
Mm.
happiness.
Or this brings me
Oo.
happiness, whatever, ganyan.
Mm.
Sige.
Okay.
Okay.
So, 'di ba, minsan nagegets ko nga why sometimes other people would like buy expensive cars.
Mm-mm.
Mm.
Kahit na hindi sila, but kumbaga kaya nila, afford nila, pero hindi sila yung super rich. But they would buy it anyway kasi naman it brings them happiness. So, for people to be able to do that, it only means naman na they have a better relationship na with their material
With their
situation.
pera. Correct.
Oo, with their
Tuloy
pera.
lang kayo ha. Kukunin ko lang yung
Mm.
food ko.
Ayan,
Sige.
dumating na nga yung food ni Bern. So,
Finally.
actually,
Oo.
habang kinukuha ni Bern yung food niya, bilisan mo, Bern, you have 30 seconds starting now. Charot. Pinagmadali. Hindi,
Oo.
yun. So, mamaya na natin i-summarize ng tuluyan, diba, Nikki? Pero,
Sure.
muna, now na we've finished with the Hermit, before we move on to the Wheel of Fortune, we would like to remind everyone na i-follow kami on Spotify and on YouTube naman para,
Yes, please.
updated kayo. And don't forget to click on the bell icon on both platforms to get notified every time there's a new episode. So, hanapin nyo lang kami, Tsaastrology on Spotify and YouTube. Then, follow nyo na, like nyo, and click the bell icon. And, syempre, give us
Yes.
a 5-star rating on Spotify. If you enjoyed this podcast, we would
Yes.
super gladly appreciate it. Alam mo ba, meron tayong 63 ratings as of now, as of recording. So
And
that
how
means,
are we doing?
'di ba, 4.8, not bad.
Ay, ganun pa din. Okay. It didn't
Mm.
move.
Ako,
Okay.
oh, okay lang. Hindi tayo perfect. Alam ko 'yon.
True.
'Di ba?
Mahirap maging
Feeling lang
perfect.
natin.
Oo.
True. 'Di ba? Sarot. Pero thank you sa mga nagbigay ng ratings for keeping this at a 4.8, which is still very good out of 5. So super
Yes.
appreciate that. Dun sa 59 people na nag-rate sa amin.
Oo,
Kasi sabi
kasi
dito
discount na
63.
natin yung apat. Oo,
Oo.
i-discount na natin yung apat. That's us.
That's
Oo.
us for sure. Ayan. So if you're listening right now, i-check nyo na yan on Spotify and bigyan mo na kami ng 5 stars. Please naman para enjoy na enjoy tayo dyan. And lastly, syempre, don't forget to follow us then on our socials on Facebook, Instagram, and especially on Twitter at Tsaastrology para updated din kayo sa mga kakaibang ganap minsan. May charot scopes, minsan kung ano-anong memes, kagaguhan, kung anong
Oo.
patripan namin. Yan. And lastly, support us by giving us a tip on ko-fi.com/chaastrology. You know, again, big
Just
help
the
to.
tip.
Yeah,
Oo.
it's
Just the tip.
giving us just the tip is
Enough.
very much
Oo.
appreciated. Oo.
True.
Uy, thank you sa
And
mga, sa mga nag-tips.
yun nga eh, and maraming salamat sa mga nagtitip and especially sa ating ano. Uy, which by the way reminds me na we have to announce this. Na-reach na natin ang una nating goal.
May pang-tocino na tayo.
We have
Yes.
goals? Charot.
Yung
Oh my
Tocino
God!
Living.
Oh
Meron na
my
tayong,
God!
Pang-tocino na
meron na
tayo.
tayong pang tosinong natanggap. So,
Oh my
Oh my
God, thank you
God.
guys.
Thank you
Thank you
so
sa
salamat,
much.
salamat.
Patosino.
Yun. And thank you sa ating ano, syempre ang ating mga nag-tip on coffee, especially yung ano, yung mga tawag dito,
May
nag-subscribe sa
subscribe.
ating
Oo.
membership na meron tayong si K with a monthly membership. Yan. So,
Ay, ang taray. Forever ata siya naka-monthly subscribe sa
oo
atin.
nga eh, ang saya.
Alam nyo,
Parang salamat
Oh,
so
okay, buti na lang si
much.
Keisha. May iba pa ba?
Yun lang.
Okay,
Siya,
good.
siya yung
Kasi,
consistent sa ano. Oo.
Consistent, oo. Pero meron
no, kasi
tayong mga,
kinabahan
ah,
ako kasi diba remember,
hmm.
Nikki co-tweeted my shirtless picture.
Oh my God. Oo.
Oo.
May mga
So,
may mga,
nag-donate.
may mga nag-donate, may mga nagbigay ng tips sa coffee natin.
oo. So, yun nga kay JX Andre X ng kay
Yan,
Bibilat,
Jerome.
Si
oo.
Jerome yan. Oo.
And kay Aaron.
Oh.
Oh my
Yung mga
God,
nagbigay
guys.
din sila ng one-off na ano, tips. So maraming
Tips.
salamat din
Oh my
for
God, yes.
giving that to us. Sige, next na raw si Nikki para mag-tip
Oo.
kayo ulit.
Ay, ala. Oh my God.
'Di ba?
Actually,
Ayun. Mm.
since wala siya dito, si
Si
Inye yung next.
Inye.
Dapat. Siya yan eh. Siya yung token
True.
natin eh. Token thirst
True.
trapper.
Di, ano yun, pang mataasan tier na yun.
Ah, pang
Para ano.
OnlyFans, ganun.
Hindi, meron tayong ano, higher tsaka tier.
Ay,
Mm.
Ano
okay.
lang, ang benefit lang talaga ay nudes ni Inye. Ganun.
Dahil wala siya dito. Siya ang ano.
Totoo.
Siya
Ikaw
ang
ang taya.
alay. Oo.
Mm-mm. Anyway, yun, that's it for ano, for the
Ang
hermit. So,
hermit.
oo. What is next naman for us?
Eto na nga. So, kung seryoso si hermit, mas serious din to si Wheel of Fortune.
Hmm.
So, kung number 9 si hermit, syempre, number 10 si Wheel of Fortune. In the story of the tarot, after much soul searching, the fool begins to see how everything is connected. He has a vision of the world's wondrous design, intricate patterns and cycles. The Wheel of Fortune is a symbol of mysterious universe whose parts work together in harmony. When the fool glimpses the beauty on the and order of the world, if only briefly, he finds some answers he is seeking. Sorry.
Hmm.
Ayan. Sometimes, his experiences seem to be the work of fate. A chance encounter or miraculous occurrence begins the process of change. The fool may recognize his destiny in the sequence of events that led him to this turning point. And having been solitary because hermit, he feels ready for movement and action again. His
Mm.
perspective is wider and he sees himself with the grander scheme of a universal plan. His sense of purpose is restored. So, kung galing
Oh.
siya kay Hermit, ngayon, ready na siya pagulungin ang wheel.
I just realized something. Itong
Ano
dalawang
yun?
cards natin for this episode. This
Oh.
is basically Mercury retrograde,
Yes!
'di
Oo.
ba? Take a
Ganun
step
yung
back and then
ano.
jump back again.
Oo. Restart ka na. Ito na
Oo.
yun.
Mm. So,
Ayun.
ano na, parang nag-recollect ka na eh. So now's
Oo.
your time to like move ulit. Oo.
Oo.
Correct.
Okay. So, ayan, fast fact. So, siya ang number 10 sa Fool's Journey sa Major Arcana. And the Wheel of Fortune card shows a giant wheel with three figures on the outer edges. There's four Hebrew letters, Yod, He, Vav, and He. The unpronounceable name of God. So, Yahweh? Pagka, ano ba? I don't
It's
know. Or mas yung mas luma pa.
well, they call it Yahweh
But,
kasi I mean you cannot pronounce his name.
Yod,
Pero
He, Vav.
yung Hebrew alphabet kasi nung vowel, it sometimes changes into O.
Yo, wow.
So you could
Lower.
really
Oh, wow,
no,
wow,
no, no,
wow.
you could you could read it as Yahoo.
Yaho.
Ah,
Yaho. Oo.
Yahomel. Kaya
akala ko,
tawan-tawa ako sa Bruce
oo,
Almighty.
oo.
Kasi yung
Wow.
no, kasi yung sa Bruce Almighty, they did yung ano, yung sort siya ng prayers, 'di ba?
Ay,
Mm.
oo. May parts doon.
And it
Ay,
was Yahweh Mail.
oo. Ang ganda.
So, but it is Yahoo.
Yako.
Ayan. Tapos, there are also letters.
Wait
Torah
lang, I'll be back.
again. Okay, go. Thought to be a version of the word Torah, meaning law, or tarot, meaning rota, the wheel. The middle wheel has the alchemical symbols for mercury, sulfur, water, and salt, the building blocks and of life, and the four elements which represents the formative power. Now, on the outer circle, the Egyptian god Typhon, the god of evil, descending on the left side. The snake also represents the life force plunging into the material world. On the right side, there's Anubis. I'm sorry, nawala ako.
Go lang.
The Egyptian god of the dead who welcomes souls into the underworld. And on top is a sphinx representing knowledge and strength. So may tatlong figures. There's Typhon on the left, there's Anubis on the right, and at the top there's the sphinx. And in the corners of the Wheel of Fortune card, there's four winged creatures, each associated with the four fixed signs of the zodiac. Aquarius is Angel, Eagle is Scorpio, Lion is Leo, and the Bull is Taurus. So, hindi ko alam kung paano naging
Paano
Eagle yung
naging
Scorpio.
oo.
I don't know.
How?
Okay.
Uh, I do not I do not have the capacity to ask questions why,
This
pero
is
sige.
very ano, this is very occult
Ito na, papunta na ako.
symbolism.
Oo
Yes.
eh.
Kasi may elements eh. May sulfur, mercury, salt, at saka water. Tapos,
Alchemical
ayun.
symbols. Basic.
Yes. And then their wings signify stability amidst movement and change, and each holds the Torah representing wisdom. Wala siyang specific na sign related to the Wheel of Fortune, but the ruling planet is Jupiter and its element is fire.
Mm.
Mm.
Kasi paano nga naman, apat yung zodiac niya na nandoon eh. So,
Oo eh.
Sure.
ayan.
I'll read more about this nga, sige.
Yung Wheel of Fortune.
Oo, kung
Oo,
anong
grabe yung symbolism niya
significance.
eh. Ang bigat.
Mm-mm. Yes. Okay. Tapos, let's go to the general meaning. A common aspect to most interpretations of this card within a reading is to introduce an element of change in the querent's life or yung nagtatanong. Such change being in station, position, or fortune, becoming poor, becoming rich, or the rich becoming poor, or the poor becoming rich. So, nagbumabaliktad. Kasi nga,
Mm.
ang gulong minsan nasusunog,
Ang buhay parang gulong.
minsan nasusunog. Oo. Hindi pala umiikot. Ayan.
Okay. So medyo literal yung
Buhay pa ako!
pag ano niya no, yung pagka-wheel niya nga of fortune na what
If you're from the top, you might be
go
at the
down.
bottom. Oo.
Oo.
When you're from the bottom, it's your time to go up. Parang
Let's
ganun.
go first a representation. I love it.
Yes! Oo.
Actually, I'm thinking more of AGs, the band.
Bakit?
Bakit?
Gulong ng
Ng
buhay,
buhay.
patuloy-tuloy
Ah.
pag-ikot.
Oo.
Ngayon ika'y nasa ilalim.
Kasi ikaw nasa ibabaw naman, charot. Ano?
Akala ko
Mm.
nasa ilalim pa rin.
Napalitan ng lyric.
Oo.
Ayan.
Okay.
So, let's start with upright muna na general reading. It means change, cycles, fate, decisive moments, luck, fortune, and unexpected events. So, the Wheel of Fortune turns ever more, seemingly to communicate that life is made up of both good and bad times. And that cycle is one that we cannot control. This is
Tama.
destiny and universe. It's something that is subjected to both kings and workers, so walang exempted. Everyone
Oo.
is under the control of destiny.
Walang magbabagong
And
taon sa pamilyang ito.
correct. Oo. It's the hand of fate. And when you have good moments in your life, make sure you enjoy it to the fullest. For what comes up must always go down. Yun yung medyo
Mm.
parang may kapalit, parang ganun.
Oo. Well, I think ako personally, naging realization ko yun one time in my life. Kaya nga ako, pinatato ko yung lyrics ng kanta ni Jason Mraz, yung the absence of the light is a necessary part.
Oo.
Kasi parang, di ba, you needed to experience darkness
The
to appreciate
darkness.
light. Oo.
Mm-mm. Ayun.
Di
So,
ba?
in the moments na you are in the light, make sure lang to enjoy it the fullest because there might be there might be something coming your way. Parang ganun.
Tama. Oo, 'di ba? While you're in the spotlight, kumbaga, enjoyin mo na 'yan, make the most out of it.
Oo.
Kasi lalo na kung K-pop idol ka, eventually magme-military ka rin.
Oh no!
Or
Or maka-cancel ka dahil
maka-cancel
sa...
ka. Or kakasal ka. Or
Oo.
pag sa mga girl groups, usually pag matanda na, hindi na rin
Hindi
pinapansin.
Oo, kasi may
Oo.
bago ng younger.
Bago ng younger. So, enjoy it while you can. Yun yung sinasabi din naman niya.
Oo. While in the reversed Wheel of Fortune, yung general niya, parang keywords, it's bad luck, lack of control, or trying to cling to control, unwelcome changes, and delays. Ayun.
Ah.
So when the wheel is reversed, it means the luck has not been on your side, and misfortunes have been following you. When it's associated with this card, you must understand that these are due to external influences you cannot control. So, this is something greater than you. Hindi mo na siya kasalanan kung bakit nangyayari sa kanya. It's just malas.
Oo.
Ganun.
Ano yun? Parang Murphy's Law.
Yes.
I
Oo.
guess, oo. Or
Mm-mm.
hindi ka nagsuot ng red nung February 1.
Oo.
Diba?
Or
O
hindi
kaya
ka hindi ka tumalon nung New Year.
Oo, kaya hindi ka bumili kay Jubilee from Bocaue.
Hindi ko nagpaputo.
Diba? So, malas ka, basically.
Oo. Ayan.
I mean, it's not your fault.
It's not your
you're,
fault.
you're just that. For
Oo,
now.
nagkataon lang talaga na turn mo naman na
Yeah.
malasin, parang gano'n.
Oo. Ikaw yung nasa ilalim.
Pero ang magandang message naman ni reverse is that be assured that once the wheel turns again, you'll be okay again soon.
Mm.
Mm.
So, hindi forever naman na mamalasin ka. May ibang mabubunot naman, kumbaga.
Oo.
Yeah. Actually, ganun talaga. Sometimes life is shit, eh, no? Like, parang
Yeah.
True.
may moments talaga or may
Nagpapatong-patong na lang.
periods na life is shit. Kasi yung
Oo.
gulong napadaan sa tae.
Oh!
And nagkataon, ikaw
So
yung natapat.
literal.
Oo,
Oo.
ikaw yung ano, yung side ng
Oo.
gulong na nagano
Ikaw
sa
yung natapat.
pupu.
So,
Oo.
malas mo.
Oo.
Good luck. Charot.
Until magpa-car wash siya ulit,
Ay, yun. Oo.
saka lang magiging okay ka ulit.
Linis. Oo.
Mm.
So, pagka naman specifics tayo sa love, pagka upright, um, relationship changes, navigating change with your partner, making adjustments. Life is full of unexpected changes and love is no different. So, again, hindi constant na masaya kayo in a relationship. May conflict yan and it's part of being in a relationship. The
Mm.
Wheel of Fortune Tarot Love meaning can signal great changes in your relationship and perhaps one that you didn't see coming. So again, it's not any of you or walang at fault dito. It's
Yeah.
something abrupt.
Mm.
These aren't necessarily bad things, but adjustments may have to be made. The commitment you have with your partner may be tested now, and both of you may have to put in some effort or sacrifice in order to remain together. Should you choose to make the choice, your partner may become closer than ever as the two of you learn to navigate the ups and downs of life together as a team. It's important to understand that whether the changes are positive or negative, they are not forever. For the wheel is always
Mm.
turning. So, ayun, maganda yung meaning niya sa upright kasi parang it's advising you guys na work together as a team and these changes won't be permanent. Parang
Yeah.
ganun.
Yeah.
And
Kumbaga
parang
parang, sige, go.
Go.
and then parang it's part of the cycle. It's part of the
Oo.
relationship.
Mm.
It's
It's
part
not
of the
like it was
relationship.
it's not like anyone meant it to happen, but it
Oo.
happens talaga.
Yeah.
Oo.
Kaya
I think it's
importante
normal
yun.
naman na
Mm.
it's not always the honeymoon stage in a
Yeah.
Oo.
relationship.
Yun.
And yeah, parang when this happens sa inyo, nasa sa inyo na to ngayon
Kung paano nyo
if
siya
this would
i-handle.
strengthen your relationship
Oo.
or it would break
Or
you, 'di
yeah,
ba?
Oo.
true.
Matetest yung commitment nyo to each other.
Yeah. Mm.
Pagka
Ooh,
naman
love that.
reversed, ito, external events affecting your relationship or your love life is out of control. There are times that no matter how much we try, the world will not bend to one's will. Ay, ayaw mag-bend and
Ay,
snap.
Wow.
well, if it doesn't bend,
You snap
baliin
it.
mo, putang ina
Oo.
niya.
Life may have thrown an unexpected wrench into your plans, foiling your plans, and there is not much that you can do other than remember that this too will pass. Oh, di ba? Yun pa din.
Hmm.
Lilipas yan.
Lilipas din yan. Tama.
Oo. It's
If
likely
it
that's,
doesn't bend,
ano,
sabihin mo, upo na lang siya.
ay! Ayun na naman tayo sa NFT. Ayaw mag-bend. NFT.
Non-fuckable.
Tops.
Oh. Whew.
NFT is non-fuckable tops.
Ayan.
Oo, basically.
Diba? Ayan. Tapos, it is very likely that some external factor may be affecting your relationship right now and you are being challenged to adapt to it. Accept it with patience rather than attempting to control the situation. Other aspects of your life may be demanding right now as your romantic life may have to take a pause. If you are in a partnership, try and tackle these problems as a team and communicate openly. So, parehas pa rin na communication, pero ito more on tinatry niyong kontrolin yung situation pero wala. Cannot be
Mm.
talaga.
Mm. Mm.
Mm-mm. Ayun.
Gets
Tap.
naman. Ano siya
Oo.
eh, yun nga, it's saying na wala, nangyayari yan eh. So,
Oo.
hamon na.
Ayun. Lag in fairness, maganda naman si si Wheel of Fortune. It's ang ano lang talaga, medyo grim lang na ganyan talaga, malas. Oo, dumating
It's
Oo.
yung
an
malas sa inyo.
it's the inevitability of fate. Parang
Yeah.
Oo.
ganun.
Tapos, ito mas or mas importante, career naman. So, pagka-upright, lock in career, opportunities present, adapting to changes at work. There's big changes may be coming when it comes to your career. Should you be considering making a switch in your career path or your position, now may be a good time to make those moves.
Mm.
Try and be more aware of the opportunities that are in your environment for now and say yes when they arise. So, parang sabi, go. The changes that are coming your way may be difficult and challenging, but these can actually be blessings for you to develop your skills and get you ready for future growth. Yun. So,
Mm.
whatever changes na nagpe-present sa'yo for growth or pagka may opportunity, sabi niya yes, go lang. It might not be that easy, pero kailangan mo rin siyang pagdaanan.
Oo. Parang ano siya eh, part of the growing process.
Yeah.
Yes.
Mm. Ganda.
So, maganda siya. Pagka naman reversed, ito, failure to adapt at work and forcing past solutions. Are things in your work life changing too quickly? You may
Then
find
maybe
it.
you're a boomer.
Oh my God! Oo nga. Kasi you have to be flexible naman na.
And they're not.
Mm.
Oo. Very stubborn to change sila. Ayun. All these surprises are things that may feel disruptive to your plans, which is very them. Naiirita sila pagka hindi na gumagana yung solution nila.
Mm.
Yeah.
You may keep trying to make a past solution work instead of flowing alongside the events that are unfolding right now. And it is important to not cling to the past or your expectations, but instead remain flexible and be ready to change your plans. O, diba? Ganun
Correct.
naman
Mm.
siya. It can be very frustrating at first kasi nga you're trying to control it, but again, it's something uncontrollable. It's beyond you and it's fate.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm. Parang ano na, parang don't try to control
Oo.
unless you're Wanda
Ay, WandaVision. Mm-mm.
mm,
Mm.
or Doctor Strange.
The make,
Na Doctor
oo.
Strange fucked it up. So.
Right.
Somehow. Yeah.
Oo. Okay. Now, for finances, ito, maiksi lang din.
Mm.
Finances naman, changes in material situation, being flexible with your pera. When it comes to your finance, the Wheel of Fortune also suggests change. So, be ready to adapt to whatever comes your way. If you've been financially comfortable, make sure to keep putting a certain amount away to get you through hard times. Meaning, magsubi
Mm.
ka in
Ano yung subi?
case magtabi.
Magtabi.
Like a
Oo.
rainy day fund.
Yes,
Yeah.
emergency fund. Just in
Oo.
case, kasi with the times right now na unstable yung mga employment kinemers, 'di
Yeah.
ba?
Mm.
Make sure you have enough to weather it out. Tapos, should you be dealing with material hardship, be assured that this is not meant to last forever. So, it's temporary, kaya make sure you have enough to survive for that phase na wala
Oo.
ka.
Mm.
Mm-mm. Tapos, yun, keep your eyes open for opportunities that may come to you.
Ito yung mga moments na ano yun, kapag you're in the down moments of your life and then nag-read ka and then lumabas yung
Si Wheel of
yung
Fortune.
Wheel of Fortune. Actually, very comforting siya for me kasi like parang, oh my
Yeah.
God,
Yes.
finally, thank you.
Oo. Ibig
Thank
Oo.
you.
sabihin, iikot na siya.
Oo, like
Oo.
parang, oh my
Parang
God, may
ganun ang pasok
movement
ko
na
sa
tayo
kanya
mga
eh.
kapatid.
Oo.
Mm.
So whatever you're dealing with right now, it's not gonna be forever and you'll finally go
Yes.
through it.
Yeah.
Parang ganun.
And
And,
ah.
go. Go ahead.
Hindi,
Sige.
hindi, mamaya na na-realize ko pang ano yan, pang summary. Oh,
Ay,
summary.
wow. Oo.
Di
Pagka
ba yun
naman
yung
daw,
kapag ano, pag medyo mainit, ganyan. Sarap tumambay.
summary.
Yun yung
Oo.
tawag sa bagong style ngayon kapag sando shorts ka lang kahit magmo-mall ka lang. I'm feeling
Summary look.
summary today eh. Oo,
Oo.
diba?
I like
Summary
that.
look.
Summary look. O, diba? Okay. Sa pagka naman reverse daw in the finance department, that's me, unexpected financial changes and preparation. Be wary of taking risks when it comes to your finances, as this card can suggest unexpected and unwelcome events. It may be wise right now to build a small emergency fund even if nothing does happen. So, it's a warning na kahit alam mong secured ka in the next couple of months or weeks, magtabi ka pa rin daw.
Mm.
Kasi we're never sure what happens. And having something stowed away can help relieve anxiety about what comes next. O, diba?
Mm.
So,
At
May
least
yun.
di ka,
point.
hindi ka
Oo. Hindi
panik-panik
ka...
na, shit, saan ko to
Oo.
kukunin, ganyan. Mga
Mm.
ganon.
Exactly. O, yun lang naman
Ayun.
siya.
Okay. Ang serious nga nitong combination ng cards na to.
Oo,
Parang,
Mercury retrograde.
oo,
Mm-mm.
the in and out of Mercury retrograde, kanyan.
Oo.
But ako
But,
yun sasabihin ko kanina. Sige, mauna na yan. Mukhang joke yan, Bern eh.
Oo.
wag na.
Hindi. Hindi,
Unahin mo
inalok mo na
yan.
yung hopya. Oo.
Oo. Sinimulan mo na.
Buti
Tuloy
ba
mo
yung
na.
Mercury retrograde in and out?
Ay!
Sana ikaw din.
Yan. Back to you.
Actually, yes.
Back to you.
Alam mo, hiramin natin yung kanta ni Sandara Park. My favorite K-pop song.
Oo
In
nga,
or out.
in or
In or out.
out.
Diba?
In or
Ah,
out. Am I in or out? You won't know kasi Jutes.
oh.
Oh my God,
Ginhawa
size
eh.
shamer burn.
Grabe.
Yes.
'Di ba nga
Diba?
sabi nila it's not the size of the pana, it's the Indian.
Oo.
Huh? Diba? It's
Like
not the size of the boat. It's the
it's the
movement
motion
of
of
the
the
Of the
ocean.
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 Pwede din 'yun. Oh, I mean it could go different ways. It's isipan pa natin it's
Maglalagay na nga ako ng serum sa mukha. Naiinis na ako. Ganyan eh.
pwede
Skincare na
ding
lang.
'di ba? It's not the car, it's the expressway. Charot. Ano daw?
Paano yun?
Wala, di ko alam.
Sige.
Nag-isip lang ako. Like, the first thing that came to mind was that.
Oo.
Ayun.
Ayun.
Pero, speaking of in or out, ako din. Gusto ko rin.
Gusto mo rin ba in or out?
At maka in or out.
VP, the universal.
Universal. Oh my God.
Universal charger.
Oo.
Uh-huh.
And, it reminded me of this poetic thing that one great poet said before.
Ano?
Mhm.
Sa loob, sa loob.
No!
Oh my God, this is classic Alper.
My goodness.
If you know, you know. If you know,
you
you know.
know. If you don't, we're not gonna tell you where it's from.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
you wouldn't want to know. But anyway, okay, ito seryoso na ako. Yung gusto ko sabihin kanina is what I realized parang learning about the Hermit and the Wheel of Fortune is yun nga, parang sometimes the opposite is what you need to, to get back to to moving. 'Di ba? Na sometimes kailangan mo ng darkness or you have to explore the night kasi it's not always the day naman. 'Di ba? And yun din sinasabi ni Wheel of Fortune na sometimes if life is good, then it's not going to be good always.
Always.
Oo. So cherish it while it is. And, if it's bad, then it's not always going to be bad naman. You can look forward or look towards a happier place and time for you. So it applies
I
din to
guess,
everyone. No,
oo, oo.
not just the cards. Na parang whatever you're going through right now, 'di ba? Know na it's not going to be like that forever. Or
Correct.
tumagal man siya, it may take you years or what, but know that you're always moving. Know that,
Yeah.
'di ba? Laging umuusad naman yung buhay. Wow, biglang ang serious, gusto mo 'yon? From sa loob to lagi namang umuusad ang buhay. True verse a king right here. Charot.
Pero hindi, yeah, in the journey of the fool, parang eto naman si, from soul searching, eto na siya moving forward na. Kumbaga parang,
Mm.
if you encounter yun nga eh, like what I said kanina, if you see the Wheel of Fortune in your spread, actually, depende rin, pero it's usually a good sign for me na parang, ay, may usad na tayo
Oo.
mga
Oo. It's
biye.
either, yun siya, it's either may movement na or to prepare
Or
if something worse happens. Parang
Mm.
ganon. Parang ganon si
oo.
Wheel of Fortune.
Depende sa labas niya.
Yeah. Saka parang it tells you na you're now finally experiencing the ups and downs of life.
Yeah.
Na, 'di ba? Na-experience mo na ngayon na okay, dati kasi like if we look back on the story of the fool, you were starting out, you were gaining your tools, your wisdom, you were seeking help from others. Tas parang it now pushed you forward. But now na napagdaanan mo na 'yon, you're now experiencing yung taas at baba ng buhay nga. So, 'di
Yes.
ba?
Oo.
It really is parang start of living na. This is the start of you living your life. Pag ganon.
Ang bongga nung ang bongga nung tarot cards. May life lesson talaga siya.
Totoo. It's very
Well,
philosophical.
di ba nga, like what we mentioned, this is the first ever episode natin ng season. It's a reflection of our life journey.
Mm.
Oo. It's
Mm.
not
We are all
something
fools.
occult or whatever. Oo.
Oo,
Yeah.
It's just
it's a poetic
more
way of
artfully, oo. It's more
oo.
artfully put na how you're experiencing life right now. Parang ganun.
Mm. 'Di ba? Parang like how artfully put the biggest question in life was nung sinabing bakit green.
Ay, naku. Sige na, tapusin na natin tumutya.
We may never know. Only Mutya knows. But, kung alam nyo kung bakit nga green at naikwento sa inyo ni Mutya,
Paki-comment
sabihan
na
nyo kami.
lang.
Oo, i-comment
Oo.
nyo, i-tweet nyo dito sa episode na to. And,
Episode. Oo.
diba, don't forget to visit thebunkph.com/astrology para makita nyo lahat ng links to all of our platforms. And you can even discover even more podcasts from the Bunk Collective. So maraming iba-ibang podcasts dyan. All of them are not as problematic as we are. That's for sure.
Yan. That's for
Oo.
sure.
Pero at least, di ba, hindi tayo boboto ng magnakaw.
Well, true.
Exactly. Well,
Kaya number 10. Sabi nga nung, The Wheel of Fortune, number 10.
Ay, oo, 10.
Dahil
Oo.
kailangan na natin ng pagbabago.
Kailangan na,
I love
kailangan na
it.
nating
Oo.
iikot ang gulong ng
Oo.
buhay.
Kailangan
Oo.
natin iikot ang gulong ng buhay. It's not
Diba?
always
I love
bad
it.
times. It's time for the good times na.
Tama. Yun. And speaking of good times, you can get more good time stuff and have good
Ay.
times with all of your favorite podcasters on The Bang Collective PH on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Yan. Para, minsan machika nyo sila doon. Ganun. Diba? Nate, can you re-angle this? Burn, can you re-angle this?
Angle this.
Ma-
Diba?
McCoy, can you
Can you
re-angle
react
this?
to this?
I don't think
you
you can
re-angle
handle this. Hey, charot.
Oh, ganda.
Ayan. So, anyway, ito yun nga. Tapos na natin to. At, babalik tayo next time. Hindi ko sasabihin next week. Kasi baka ma-miss na naman natin. Bigla na
Baka
naman
matabunan
mabihis.
na naman kami ng buhay.
Oo, eh.
Magulungan
So,
din tayo.
Oo, but hopefully hindi na, no? Kasi we still have a long way to go dito sa kwento ni The Fool and the story of the tarot. So, ayan, we'll hear you and see you again on the next one. Maraming salamat sa panonood at sa pakikinig. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Ako ang inyong astrologer na Virgo na si VP na nagsasabing in or out, I would say both. Consecutively. In a fast way.
Alam niyo na. It's a giveaway. He's putting
Oh my
himself
God, you're-
out there. Di ba yun yung
I
advice
know.
natin sa kanya? Oh, yan.
Oh my God, VP, you're such a plok-plok.
That's such a good joke. I would like to clap my hands.
Ay, nako, mga walang Valentines.
Well, ayan, in the absence of Inye, sort of ako na lang muna. This has been your Tsaastrology na Scorpio na sinigsasabi, Lola, ganun na minsan ang buhay. Parang gulo. Or baliktad na, ayan na. Hindi na parang gulo. Minsan nasusunog.
Bubang way Akala ko sasabihin mo, Lola, ganyan talaga ang buhay. Karen po.
Oy, pwede din.
Halo-halo na ng memes.
I love that commercial.
Ay, nako. At ito naman pa yan siya, astrologer ng Gemini na si Brian. Nagsasabing, gulong ng buhay, patuloy-tuloy sa pag-ikot. Noon ako'y nasa ibabaw, sana bukas nasa ibabaw pa rin.
NFT.
He's an NFT.
I'm an
Bye.
NFT. Bye!
Bye!